Hey, so today we're going to be subtracting integers, which for some people is pretty tricky. But we're actually going to be using the same rules as adding integers. So as a reminder, when you're adding integers, and this is all written down in your notes for the adding integers section. So right here and right here. When adding, if you have the same sign, you add the numbers, keep the sign that it was. If you have different signs, when adding, you actually subtract them and keep the sign of the bigger number. So with subtraction, the problem is the rule doesn't work. So we need to turn our subtraction problem into an addition problem. The way to do that is we're going to do is called adding its additive inverse. So you can see the problem was originally 2 minus 7. So what happened was you changed subtraction to addition. So the subtraction became an addition. And inverse means opposite, so it's the opposite sign of the second number. So 7 turned into a negative 7. So now it's an addition problem, 2 plus negative 7. They were different signs, so we subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5. Keep the sign of the bigger number is negative, so the answer is negative. You can also think of this as a number line. If we have 2 minus 7, we start at 2, so start here. We're going to subtract 7, so go back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it takes us to negative 5, which is what we wanted. So if you prefer a number line, you can make a number line. Otherwise, just change your subtraction to addition, change the sign of your second number, and then solve it the same way we did with adding integers. So I'm going to go on to the next page. It says find each difference, so we're subtracting. So I'm going to change the subtraction to addition, change your 14 to a negative 14. So now it's an addition problem, so we can use our addition rules. So those are different signs subtract. So 14 minus 9 is 5. Keep the sign of the bigger number is negative, so it's a negative 5. So that's your answer. Moving on to number 2. It's negative 10 minus 8. So we're going to change that minus to addition, change 8 to negative 8. Now it's an addition problem, so we can use our rules. These are the same sign, so same sign, add and keep. So add your two numbers to get 18. And it said it's same sign, add and keep, so we keep the sign. My sign was negative in the problem, so my answer is going to be negative. Part C, negative 3 minus 12, so we're going to change it to negative 3 plus a negative 12. Again, we have the same sign, so we're going to add the two numbers. Oops. So 12 plus 3 is 15, and then keep the sign. So keep the negative that was in the problem. Okay, moving down, again, find each difference, but this time our second number will already be negative. So the opposite of a negative, or the inverse of a negative, is a positive. So we're still going to change subtraction to addition, but we're going to change that negative 4 to a positive 4. So always change subtraction to addition, change the sign of your second number. So 15 plus 4 is 19. Next, negative 11 minus negative 7. So change subtraction to addition, change the sign of your second number. And those are different signs, so we subtract. So 11 minus 7 is 4. Keep the sign of the bigger number. 11 was bigger, it was negative, so it's a negative 4. Part C, negative 5 minus negative 11. So we're going to keep the negative 5, change subtraction to addition, change negative 11 to a positive 11. Now these are different signs again, so we subtract them. To get 6, keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number was 11. It was positive, so my answer is positive. Now the next four problems will combine addition problems with subtraction problems. So they're going to be a little trickier. Okay, we're just going to go left to right. So I'm going to start off with negative 5 minus 4. So that's negative 5 plus negative 4. Those are same sign, so we add and keep. 5 plus 4 is 9, keep the sign. Then I have this plus negative 10, so I'm going to bring that down. Since that is already an addition problem, I don't need to change my signs, so I'm just going to follow my addition rules. These are the same sign, so we add and keep. 9 plus 10 is 19, keep the sign, so negative 19. Part B, we're going to do 9 minus negative 7. I see subtraction, so I'm going to keep, change subtraction to addition, and change the sign for second number. 9 plus 7 is 16. Then I'm going to bring down my minus 4. Now, even though that's subtraction, I want you to actually think about the problem at each step. Think, can I do 16 minus 4 without changing anything? Yes. 16 minus 4 is just 12. So don't overthink things. Don't change things if you don't need to. We only want to change the subtraction if a negative is involved or if your second number is bigger. Okay, part C, negative 3 plus negative 12, that's already an addition problem. So we're going to do same sign, add and keep. 3 plus 12 is 15, keep the sign. I'm going to bring down my minus 4 and my minus negative 9. 15 minus 4 is going to turn into negative 15 plus negative 4. That same sign, so we add and keep to get negative 19. Then I'm going to bring down this minus negative 9. Oops. Okay, so here I have subtraction, I have some negatives, so I'm going to change subtraction to addition. Change your negative 9 to a positive 9. These are different signs, so we're going to subtract. 19 minus 9 is 10. Keep the sign of the bigger number, which is negative, so negative 10. Last one. 8 minus negative 2 is going to turn into 8. Change subtraction to addition. Change negative 2 to positive 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Now I'm going to bring down my other stuff, so minus 4 minus negative 6. Again, I see subtraction, but I want you to really think about it. 10 minus 4, that's 6. Then bring down your minus negative 6. And then I'm going to change that subtraction into addition, change that negative 6 to a positive 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, so I know that's tricky, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Or if you're working on a problem and you want to know if you're doing it correctly, feel free to email me about that too.